DC Universe Online. Oh, it's an MMO. Probably not. Invisible Incorporated. Cyberpunk turn-based strategy. Yeah, I need to buy a new mouse, like really, really badly. Alright. Come on. There we go. Looks interesting, but I don't know that any one of us would play it. Because Shin didn't like Nil Ninjatic, and that's fairly similar looking gameplay. And I know it's not something that I have the patience for. Alright, game. Computer. Battery's not dying in it. I'm not interested in a basketball game. Not really. Story-rich fantasy. Steampunk RPG? Sure, I'll give it a shot. It kind of reminds me of Baldur's Gate. Oh no, that reminds me right there of Diablo. Come on, earpiece, thank you. School of Dragons. Oh, it's got a pretty low rating. Ride 2's a racing game. I don't know on the Arkham games. I have huge reservations against MMOs. Like, I really, really do. Hey, Dark. Dark, what's up? Hey, Dark. Hi. Hi, Dark. Said I was gonna be on today, so since I couldn't find a game to play, I figured I'd find something to do. So we are looking at video games. No, I'm not really into a fishing game. Come on! Altitude, lower and faster. This looks... Nice. Name your game after... I mean, I guess there are other meanings of the term, but it's also used as a drug term. Interesting art style. But again, it's an MMO. Come on! Thank you. Vanishing Realms. Oh, it's VR. I don't know about Nidhogg, because I'm not going to be the one to play it. Wand Wars. Come on. Thank you. How much? I'll keep an eye on it in case Shin wants to play it. It seems like something he would like. If there were a racing game I would get, it would be a Burnout game. Because they're ridiculous, and they intend to be ridiculous, and that's amazing. Icewind Dale. Probably have these on disc somewhere too, because I have a lot of these games on disc. Come on! Thank you, Jesus Christ, my mouse is being terrible today. But the battery's not low on it, or else the underpiece would be flickering. I think the button is just that broken. I don't know about the Tomb Raider games. I don't know who'd play them. Fernbus? What the heck is a Fernbus? Psychological horror? I don't really have any money right now. I'm gonna save anything that I buy for between Black Friday and Cyber Monday to see whether there's any big sales. Even though that one was already on sale, I don't want to buy stuff too early and run out. I don't really have a Christmas list. I don't even like my parents spending money on me for Christmas. Mouse! Come on! Oh my god. Okay, that's what I want for Christmas, is like a $65 mouse and keyboard. Something that's not really expensive, but at least it'll get the job done. I'm not gonna get a $300 mouse and keyboard with more buttons than I know what to do with. But this is ridiculous! Come on! Oh my god. Maybe. I'm usually really skeptical of anything that has Tim Schafer's name on it after he proved himself to be such a D-bag. Darksiders, they're not bad. It's not really a game for me though. If Shin wants, then he can say he wants it and I'll go look for it. But I do not need to be a manager of a team. Hey there, guy. What the heck was that? Especially because those are like the most pay-to-play games I've ever seen, are those manager type games. Where, like, you have to buy the players separately. Xander, you always come in, say hi, and leave. It's kind of weird. If it's got mixed results, it puts me very skeptical of buying it. Especially because I've had so many high or positive rated ones that haven't even worked. Or have worked poorly on a computer that I feel should be plenty capable of running games like them. Man, they really want me to buy Tomb Raider. No. Virtuality headset. No. Come on. Seriously. I'm gonna need to use my laptop mouse to make this work. Which I don't like because I have to use my laptop mouse for my laptop because I hate touchpads. Local. Again, you have to find someone Christian to play with because those aren't my types of games. Totally unbalanced. Oh, that looks like it's not fun from the pictures I'm looking at. Yeah, that makes me pretty skeptical. Oh, no thank you. Yeah, no. No. Like, it looks cute, but that is not my type of game at all. Your little beach ball. Loca. Early access. Resident Evil 5. Kick-Ass Commandos. Oh, got the term bullet hell in there, so probably not. Looter Kings. Mixed ratings. I don't need Oblivion. Yeah, I don't need Oblivion. I mean, I already have it on disc. If I were gonna buy a game that I already had of that series, it would be Morrowind. But I would not be playing it for the story. Even though it has a decent story and fantastic atmosphere, I would be playing it simply to collect all of the stuff. I used to have so much stuff in that game that I would put it in the same building and my computer would lag just walking into the building. Under Night in Birth EXE. That's a very Japanese sounding title. 2D fighter. So like an arcade fighter? It says arcade. Let's just see gameplay. Come on. Are you just gonna do the title sequence? Come on, let me see what's going on here. Yeah, okay, it's like an arcade fighter. I'm not interested in One Piece whatsoever. Another 2D fighter. Why are there so many 2D fighters coming up? Arena shooter. A multiplayer. House of the Dying Sun. Space Sim. Wait, do I have Kerbal? I think I do. I do have Kerbal. Yes, I do. Space Sim. Maybe not at the top of my wish list by any means. I want Tomb Raider. I've learned to get story-based platformers. Shin doesn't like anything story-based. Legend of Korra, I've never seen Avatar. I know I should, but I just don't have the time. I don't need the same game I already own a bigger version of. Finding Paradise. An indie RPG made in RPG Maker. Oh, no, it's not made in RPG Maker. I mean, it could be, but it doesn't. It's probably not. They're too large of. Well. Is this Kangao's sequel? It is! Oh, I want it! I want it so bad. Now that I know what it is, I want it so bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, I'm gonna cry on stream again in 2017. I don't know what happened, maybe she woke up one day and needed a change. Alright, well, I need to move that to the top of my wish list. You'll always have a second chance to ruin everything. Super Slam Dunk Touchdown, why are you so ridiculously expensive? I don't know that I could get $15 worth of entertainment out of it. Go! Where's Finding Paradise? There you are. Oh man. This I can put towards the bottom because I already own it, actually. already own on this list somewhere. Whoa, whoa, what are friends for? Examina. Or Exanima. You've got action, RPG, and physics. Low fantasy. We call it unforgiving. And that makes me nervous. No more room in hell. Zippers that are being sealed shut. Oh, I better add Tori Bash, because she'll want to play at some point. Nope. To make potions. Visual novels. I don't know on visual novels. I have several, but I don't know if I'll do them or not. The biggest problem is a lot of visual novels have the nudity tag, and that makes me really skeptical. Like a lot. Like a lot. Like a ton. Like very, very many of them. Well, it's on sale. I might get it. Sounds like a depressing game. Computer? Grid Autosport is a racing game. No. Memes in a rhythm game? No, thank you. Cows? Alright. I like that one. Nope, not really into racing games. See, I'm not gonna rule out those, but I just don't think that Shin would play them, and I definitely wouldn't. Dark. Dark, isn't it like 10 o'clock there? Robots. Okay. Nope. Again and again. I didn't even really enjoy the first Mountain Blade too much. I'm debating the Dead Space ones, but again, Shin's not really the type to want to play them. And I'm definitely not the type who could play them. I would get so angry at those types of games. I don't get it. Weird Hero. The comedy platformer. Looks like it's made in Flash, which doesn't rule a game out, but I have my reservations about that type of thing. I won't say not interested, but I'm not going to mark that I'm interested for now. Doom and Destiny Advance. Maybe. Fast-paced tactical RPG. Again, not gonna rule it out, but I'm not gonna mark that I'm interested. Jump Tanks is an arena shooter, so nope. Again, that makes it multiplayer automatically, so. Open world, survival, Mine Ride and Shooting Gallery. It's too bad it's a VR. It's cute. Anna's Quest. Oh, it's Daedalic? I'll give it a second glance. I like Daedalic. Outcast 1.1. Turing test. Automobilista. Right. Realistic racing? That's very much not what I'm looking for. Liftoff is a racing game. Why does it want me to get a racing game so badly? Or bullet hells. I've marked every bullet hell I've seen is not interested, more or less. There's sometimes I forget, but for the most part I've marked them all, and it just really, really wants me to get a bullet hell, man. Keeper RL. Roguelike. $15. It's where you create the roguelike. It's interesting. Company of Heroes. Realistic military games are not... I like sci-fi shooters. I don't like something that reminds me that the real world sucks. Turn-based strategy. Shin has it, so maybe. God mode. A third-person shooter. Not interested. See, again with the racing, and that one even has difficult in there, and I don't even typically mark any difficult games. Unless it's one I think Shin would have the patience to play, because it's not one that I would play. Maybe. Looks cute. Moribund. Maybe. Maybe. See, and look, all the turn-based strategy. Maybe. I don't know enough probably about it to make that work very well, but I'll see. I don't know cars that well. Atmospheric horror. Puzzle. Sure. Star Wars. I'm not interested in Star Wars. Shin's not interested in Star Wars. No, not really. Modbox again. It's a VR game, isn't it? Difficult. 2D shooter. Maybe. I'd have to see if Shin wants to look at it. I'll tentatively mark it on the wish list. King of Fighters. No, no one here is an arcade fighter guy. Mortal Kombat. Nobody here is an arcade fighter guy. I will say, though, you guys should all go buy that game. I've only heard mostly positive things from people about it. Like, you should definitely go get that game. I will say I have connections to the game, but it's just not, unfortunately, a game that I would play. I will, however, disclose that I have some level of connection to the game, but I do endorse everybody go buy Mortal Kombat 10. Let's see here. Open action RPG. Shapeshift into highly customized characters. Pressure. Huh. See, I like hack and slashes. It's just there's a lot of them that aren't the type I would play. Vulcan. Dex. Female protagonist action game. Well, it looks really damn pretty. It's a side-scrolling open world RPG on exploration. You got my heart. You hit lots of words that I like in your description there. Kikoriki? Kikoriki! Family-friendly cartoon. Oh, is it a show, not a game? Yeah, I don't want a TV series. I thought it was like a point-and-click kids game or something. Crusader Kings again. Historical, not really my type of thing, typically. It gets too depressing, although I do like Paradox Interactive. Shopkeep is the thought. Yeah, this is the one where you have to like spend real world money for crap. Streets of Fury. A beat 'em up. Maybe. It looks very tongue-in-cheek in a few ways. I appreciate this. Leading your ally. That sounds really silly, but again, I don't know if it's a game anyone would play. Post-apocalyptic survival RPG. It's got good reviews and it's not expensive. Again, Assassin's Creeds are like Tomb Raider. I don't know anyone who would necessarily play them. Is this? Oh yeah, no, I'm not interested in the explore the deep web finding a red room game. That just no. I've seen people play it and it just doesn't appeal to me. Enclave. Atmospheric and intense medieval combat. I won't mark it either way. Let's see here. Casual RPG adventure. Oh, one of the stream viewers owns this game. I'll have to ask him what they think of it. Copa Pedrovas de Marcas. And it's a realistic racing sim. Not interested in those. Casual RPG indie adventure. It's free to play, which always makes me super skeptical of a game. Why are there so many racing games? Oh my god! It's like Amazon, where like if you buy one plumbing part, it's like, oh, you like plumbing? Well, let's sell you all of the pipes. Calm down there. Seriously. Here's another visual novel. A $35 visual novel. So you've already got me not much interested. And two, it's got that nudity tag, which again means I'm not even so sure that it would be something I could stream. So that's not for me. The Blue is a VR game, again, where it sends me things that I don't care for. By the way, that was another racing game for anyone who's keeping track. I want to note that I think I have 2 games that count as racing games. And that's it. And one is Wacky Racers, which isn't even on here anymore, or Wacky Wheels, which isn't even available anymore. It just came in a package, and it's not even a game I intended to play. It just came in the package. And then, actually, I don't even know if I have another racing game on here. I have some that have racing in them. Like I have, Saints Row 1 and 2, or Saints Row 2, 3, and 4, which all have racing in them. But like even Sonic All-Stars Racing and Sonic Sega All-Star Racing, and maybe even Sonic Riders, which I think I also own, aren't really games I'm going to play. They're just racing games that were thrown into the set. Yeah, I don't know why it wants me to buy a racing game so badly. I have no idea. I can't see why it's doing that. And I own literally one VR game, and the only reason I own it is because, again, it came in a package. It wasn't something I was trying to buy. And it really wants me to get VR games, even though you have to have a $600 tool for that. I think they're cheaper now, but... Roller Coaster Sim? Maybe. $40 though? I bet I could get one for cheaper. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Maybe. Again, at least that one's only $10 though. Boss Constructor. Scavenge modules. Combine them in the deadliest, most efficient ways imaginable. And fly your very own spaceship through alien space with Boss Constructor. Thousands of procedurally generated galaxies await you, spacefaring collect. Maybe. Maybe. For $5, that's not too bad. RPG platformer. Someday in the future, I'm going to be playing one of those I already own. Guy, you have a very goofy face. Shin might be interested. A pixel hunt point and click does not sound appealing. And another VR game! Look at that! There's got to be a way to filter out results instead of just filtering specific results. What can we do to... That's again a very Japanese sounding title. It's a 2D fighter again. Mass Effect, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Shin said he started it, but he never finished it, and it's too big of a game for me to try and focus on my own, because it's one of those that I'd probably want to carry out with him here. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, come on, I just want to see the game. What did I miss? Black hole. This one not a very red screen? Yeah. A puzzle platformer. Oh, but it says difficult. See, I'm always skeptical on those. If it's difficult, it's gonna be something that Shin's gonna be here for, because he's much more patient than I am. I get irritated too quickly, as you've seen on at least one occasion involving Saints Row. Rochambeau, no. Blade Ballet, 4-player, multiplayer. Heart's Medicine, Time to Heal. I have a feeling this one's depressing. Mystery? It's different than the ones that I've seen. Come on! Thank you. JRPG? I don't know. Didn't I already mark this one? Whatever. I'll mark it again. Alright, I was also going to include... And, bullet hell. Bullet hell. Okay. Mostly negative? Nope. Female protagonist, sci-fi. Action RPG from the creators of Bastion. Well, that's some good words you put in there. Luck Catchers. MMO. Melty Blood. That is a very Japanese name. Orion. An RPG. Action RPG. Sure. It'll do too. It's interesting art style. Can't tell if it's Flash or not. Definitely looks inspired by the likes of Legend of Zelda. Xanadu Next. Again, that sounds very Japanese. Stronghold Crusader. Nope. Below Krill. Oh, looks interesting. It's an indie platformer. How about you show me gameplay? Thank you. That seems like one Shin would find hilarious. Okay, so Minecraft-ish. On the road. Whoa, whoa. I don't know, I'd have to see if Shin would be interested in a game like that. Zup! Boing. Boing. So it's a physics puzzle. You try to land on the grass. Oh, that looks like that could be very not fun. For $1, at least it looks like something that someone else might enjoy. Panzer Models. Is this the one where you date tanks? Yes, it is. Should I get it for Shin? Well, I won't get it, but I will mark it for Shin to be here to look at. Baseball. Baseball been very, very good to me. So this is QWOP then. I'm just gonna sit and watch other people play it for a minute. This is how sports works, right? Again, if Shin would be interested in playing it, he might play it with someone else. Guilty Gear. Again, it really wants me to buy a Guilty Gear game. Not big on rhythm games, but that's cool if someone else would be interested in it. It's very pretty. Lucy. Visual novel, casual, anime, maybe. Again, I'm skeptical about doing visual novels. This looks like it was made in Flash. Shin might enjoy it. I don't know. No. Shelter 2. A dungeon crawler with nudity. Why does it have nudity? Because of those type of characters. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll get to stream that or not. Well, oh, you just fight ladies. I don't know where it is. Oh wait, that was it right there. Alright, is there a way to remove? That, if you're just fighting ladies, that sounds dumb. It's a very Japanese thing that I don't understand. Where to go? Sakura Dungeon, or whatever it's called. Show was over and I was alone forever. How do I remove? How do I remove it from my wish list? Oh, the thing that says remove probably will do it. What do you bet? What do you bet? Is it just my imagination? Those lots of jobs, I mean, the job opening just to find out where the opening act. You are our whole existence. You are our roadside assist. A to B to back to A to back again. Vocal cords are radiators, ads and maps. The photos on your Facebook page. This song goes out to the Erics and Ryans, family and cousins. You're all one in a million. I don't even like main types of MOBAs. I don't want some third-party one that I'm not particularly sure about. I already have this for wishlist on Humble Bundle, so I'm probably not going to put it here as well. Sandbox. You fly around and you shoot the mans. I'm not going to mark it, but maybe. Night Dive has a really, really cool intro video. I really like it. I've seen it before. It's one of Shin's games that he likes. Money. Maybe. Doggy. Maybe. I don't know. It looks like an easy pay to win kind of game. One of those games that has more going on where you're gonna have to pay more money later to buy things kind of games. So I don't know. Why does this have the simulation tag? Psychedelic sandwich. So here it goes. I've been worrying about this. I'm moving. Okay, but I'm living in a crisis. As this is, I have to say thanks for letting me off easy while your own life takes. I'm not sure, maybe, but I'm not gonna mark it. What the hell? A visual novel that's $50? Are you kidding me? I don't buy dynamic games that are $50. No. Maybe. I have to ask Shin. So this is kind of like a pipes game, sort of. It's tricky. I like that, but it's not a game I'd probably be patient enough to play on the stream. I might do that one because it's so ridiculous. Case animatronics is what Five Nights should have been. Yeah. This has actual motion. You're actually like trying to get around in the place instead of doing the stupid crap that Five Nights has and sitting at a desk and just waiting to get killed. So I give it kudos, but unfortunately it's not the type of game that I would play, and I don't think Shin would play it either. Shin's a big fan of Metroidvanias, so I'll mark those. Flight sim. I'm not interested in a flight sim. I think they're fine, it's just not something that I'd be interested in. So this is Animal Crossing. Well, I like Animal Crossing. I have nothing but respect for Tom Clancy. But those aren't games that I'd be very good at. I had The Division as a thing I was considering buying, but I just don't know. Shoot many robots. Maybe. But I didn't know whether it would be a game I'd be skilled enough to play, and $50 again. Anything over $50 is like way expensive for me. I mean, you have to think about just how significant of a purchase it was for me to get the StarCraft games, when in combination they technically cost me, and because I got one as a gift, my family, like $200. But I cared about the game enough that the ones that I bought were worth it, and I was super excited about getting the other one as a gift. And I definitely would have bought it on my own if it wasn't for the fact that my parents flat out told me, don't buy this, we have to get you something for Christmas. I've been told that one's like really depressing. Xenoclash, again, sounds very Japanese. It came from space and ate our brains. Casual. Shooter horde survival. I might find that one fun. But as I've said before, I'm not buying anymore when he's not here. Really? New Battlezone? Well, newish Battlezone. I didn't know that they ever made a second Battlezone. I mean, it was super popular. Okay, so here's a furry visual novel. Story rich. Even $20! Like, that's the biggest problem with these. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of effort and writing that goes into something like a visual novel, but there are more dynamic games with just as much story, such as To the Moon. While it's still not the most dynamic game of all time, there's actual motion and you walk around and stuff. And it costs like $10. So that's the huge concern I have with the idea of visual novels, is I just don't know how compelling they'll be for someone to watch in the first place. Plus, they're so expensive. Why are they so expensive? Alright, so this is a cyberpunk hacking game based on a 56.6K modem era. Please don't let go. Again, I'd have to see if Shin would be interested. It's not really a game I would play, but it might be one that he would find cool. I don't know. They're ones that I find interesting, but I just don't know whether he would find interesting, and it's not one that I would be able to play. I'm a very bizarre channel. 35mm. Post-apocalyptic atmospheric walking sim. Well, you won my heart with a couple of those. Post-apocalyptic and atmospheric. And I'm not opposed to walking sims, especially if they have nice visuals. They are, again, one of those where I'm not so sure how compelled someone would be to watch. But I have trouble even retaining my 2 viewers anymore. So I don't really know how much any of this matters. There's smiley face shooting things in that one. Well, $12 is kind of pricey. I don't know. See, that's the biggest problem is I'm sure some of these games are totally worth like big prices. Like well, it's got sexual oh, well, it's also 35. So that's 2 reasons that it's a no. See, nudity. Why is nudity in like all of these? Space Pilgrim is an RPG Maker game, so maybe. Party-based RPG set in the Age of Decadence world. But yeah, I'm an unusual channel in that I'm not typically very good at certain types of games. And Shin's not interested in the same types of games that I think would draw attention to the channel. But as I said, I don't really even have any viewers anyway. I'm kind of rambling to myself right now as we speak. I love the Spectrum. I love things stylized after the Spectrum. It's probably my favorite super low res kind of thing. You're gonna put a babe on your fishing game? What? Just like a random lady sitting there with a fishing pole, I guess. Maybe. Night Alone. Cute and horror. That's an interesting combination. I hope she finds her dog. Oh, that's sad. Moirai. I don't know. Okay, Spazzy McSpaz. This would be one that I'd have to see if Shin was interested in. I sense that you don't even know me. What's become of me? I don't know myself anymore. No pool game. I love pool. I suck at pool, but I love pool. Man, there are a lot of these box slider puzzle games. Like, a lot of those. Like, it's not one that shows up all the time, but I've noticed over the time I've examined games on here, there are a significant amount of them. Like, a lot. They all have their own, like, different traits, though, but... Maybe $4 isn't as big of a risk. A turn-based strategy RPG. I need a demonstration of the game, please. Maybe. We'll see. Depending on how it plays out, it might be a game that I did kind of like rebuild. Islet Online is an MMO with mixed reviews. Sherlock games. I think they're too... definitely not Skullgirls. I think they're too, I just don't know that my viewership would be, my two-viewer viewership would be interested in them. And I don't know that I have the patience to play them, and I know Shin wouldn't care to. Maybe. It's free to play, which is nice. As long as it's actually free to play and not free to play pay to win. Platform fighter. Oh, that's a pretty puzzle game. Oh no. That's interesting. $15, you say? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Learn Japanese to survive. Hiragana battle. I am curious. Kudamono. Yasai. Tibetan? That's an interesting thing. Maybe Shin would be interested. I don't know. This Island. The Fruit of Grisaya. See, look, here we got nudity, we have visual novel, and we have $40. So no? Video Ball! Video Ball Yay are the character names. VIDEOBALLYAY. Video Ball Yay. Yay. Again, probably not my type of game, but it's a cool idea. I like the idea of producing new sports. New concepts for sports. Alright, let's see what we got. It doesn't say nudity at least, but it's still a $30 visual novel. Subterrane. Zombie top-down crafting. Mamie. 17 Darlas. Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. Wutang. Wutang. Why do Flash games always look so Flash gamey? This inspired by Lego? Alright. Maybe. For 15, that's a little expensive. I think I know someone I could get that for as a gift. But they have to have a Steam account first. $80 friggin' dollars? Are you kidding me? $80 for a game? 80! 80! There are consoles that are $80. $80. And that wasn't the collector's edition, that was the digital edition. It's short. I don't know. I've seen this one before. It's interesting. I like the idea. But I don't know how interested anyone would be, because 3D platformers are kind of iffy. Chompantli? It's a violent fighting game. Oh, that kind of fighting game. Okay, now... Oh, it's a free RPG Maker game, so maybe. 12 orbits. 1 keyboard or touchscreen. 2 to 12 players. Well, a sports game. My brain, I swear. Spellstone. It's a card game. I definitely don't feel like a card game is interesting enough to watch. I say as I'm streaming me browsing the internet. Istralid. Oops, that's the opposite of what I wanted to push. Maybe? Like, it's a phenomenal game from what I've heard, and it has a brilliant story. But it's just so heavy. Badass babes. No. Probably not. Escape the game. Maybe. It's free. Rogueport? Rogueport's the name of the first area in the Thousand Year Door. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Save your family from wild animals, mutants, inanimate objects, aliens, and the undead. Well, that's quite a wide range of things. .2D anime platformer. Maybe. Shin might like that game. Apotheon. It's a 2D Metroidvania. You already have me thinking Shin would play it. Robots and zombie Abe Lincolns. Maybe. Available summer 2016. I hate to break it to you guys, but it's almost past fall 2016. We're exactly a month away from the end of fall 2016. I feel like I've said before, I'd rather it be good than released on time, but I do think they should update the release date. Astroneer. Well, it definitely looks interesting. That's more just an I'd be interested in looking at it off stream, probably. Casino games, not really. DMC or Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry. Again, maybe, I don't know. Not interested in Star Wars. Hi again, Xander. Deserted, the story of Peter. I don't know. Maybe. It's RPG Maker. I tend to give a little bit of credence to RPG Maker games, as long as they have positive scores. Because I know the format well enough that I feel like I could play it. Xander, you missed me ranting about how ridiculously expensive certain visual novels are. And I also found an $80 video game, digital copy only. Direction. $2D shooter. Ooh. That looks very arcadey. I don't know how good Shin is at twin stick. Maybe he would be interested. Children of a Dead Earth. Lots of space games. Forge Quest. It's voxel based. I appreciate voxels. Some people don't like them. I think they're nice. If they're made well enough, they look adorable. It's very positive, not particularly expensive. RPG, action RPG, sure. Are you actually here, Xander? You said hi and I haven't seen any response from you. Maybe? Looks like a twin stick shooter as well. It's a top-down shooter at the very least. Epistory. Typing-based exploration game? I'm gonna need to see what you mean by typing. Oh, it actually is a typing-based game. Huh. I could see that going very wrong, but maybe. That does not look like a tower defense. It says it's a tower defense, doesn't look like one. Puzzles. $10. It's interesting. It depends on how many puzzles there are. I could see someone who I could get that for as a gift. Building destruction. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know about getting Rust. I didn't really find it super appealing. Visual novel. Stick RPG. Yeah, but what's the rest of the place look like? Because I can vouch that a stick figure game can still look beautiful. Fancy Pants Adventures were beautifully animated. Looks flash gamey, and it's $20, so I don't know about that part. Galaxy in Turmoil is a Star Wars game? Double Dragon Neon. Beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups are ones that we can co-op really easily. Survival horror. Obscure. How are you gonna call this an unremarkable looking school? It's got a fancy 2-story library in it. Our library was a relatively small room. Like, it wasn't a tiny room for a school, but it was relatively small for what I would imagine a library could look like. And it definitely wasn't that big. Mabinogi? That's one that Shin likes, I think. Maybe. Legend of Merchant. Casual indie sim. $2 maybe. Again, it depends on how much longer I even do this. Candle? Okay, that's not the candle one. Okay. Human resource machine. I'm not sure. Made by the same people who made World of Goo. Nurse Love Addiction. Aha, see, this is what I was talking about. It's got nudity in here, so I can't stream it anyway. And it's $40! And the other thing is, I don't even know how many of those are stock, because you can see a lot of school backgrounds in a lot of places, and they're all the same school backgrounds. I mean, they might be original school backgrounds, but it's the same places. Mystery. See, at least this is a mystery. It's not another romance one. There's lots of those. Fire in the Goal. Sports. Not interested in Hockey Manager. Fighter game. Again, I don't even know that... I mean, I can't even retain 2 viewers, so I don't know why I need to try and spend too much money on any of these. Creeper World Arc Eternal. Strategy, Tower Defense, Indie... So that's... I don't understand it, because Tower Defense and RTS are different. Tower Defenses came from RTSs, but I believe they are different things. It's using the real-time strategy setup in a different fashion. $15. That's pretty expensive. Again, I'm okay spending $2 or $3, but most of the time I don't have anyone to even watch anyway, so I don't really know that I want to spend a whole lot of money unless it's a game I would just play for the sake of playing as well. Oculus. Pixel graphics strategy action game. Oh, look at all these mans. Oh, there's so many mans. Lead a chaotic mob. I see. Well, that's a weird idea. Again, I love pool. I suck at pool, and I'm also not spending money on that. The Uncertain, Episode 1. It's a sci-fi atmospheric adventure. You're pulling me in a little bit with that. Company of Heroes. Nope, it's a realistic military. Yeah. Free to play indie action game. All free to play, it can't hurt. I think we already know my answer on that. No. So did Capcom release a game referencing... That's actually interesting. I don't know that we would play it, but maybe. I don't know, I like the idea of including a kill screen reference in the game itself. That's very interesting. See, here we go again. Nudity and sexual content, casual anime. This Sakura is like a series, I guess. Grand Pigeon's Duty. How are you going to put simulation in this when it involves pigeons? Oh, and you're blowing things up? People boom. For $1, Shin might mind that funny sometime. I don't know. You got Conception as the title. Of course it's gonna have nudity. Whatever. Vanishing of Ethan Carter, again, a game that I think would be cool, but I don't think anyone here would play it. Tatsu. It's a board game. Let's get one thing straight. Well, I don't know. I'm probably gonna get off here soon. I'm not feeling it today. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back later. I doubt it. Probably not today for sure. But yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I'll be around in the chat, but yeah, I didn't see any games that would be really for me to play on my own for the nobody that was gonna watch anyway. I was debating Helen's Mysterious Castle, but I don't know about starting it right now. That's the biggest problem, is that I'd have to start a game, and you automatically invest a certain length of time to even get the development started to pull people in. All 0 of them. And so I just don't know about starting a game right now. And then there are so many of these that Shin needs to be here for, and several of them that I believe Shin is more equipped to do because he's more patient. I've already gotten upset on the stream a couple times, which I don't like doing. And so I don't know. But I'm probably gonna go for now. Like I said, I might be back later. I don't promise to be back later by any means. I'm kind of burnt out in multiple ways right now. But yeah, I'll talk at people later, I suppose. So, possibly good night now. Either way, I'll see you guys later.